Hey guys, I am here with my weekly what sold video. Ellie's on the couch feeling extra tired. I'm gonna go through my sales on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. I had a really great sale of $100 that sold super quickly, so make sure you stick around to see what that is. If you are a reseller and you want to see what's selling right now on these sites, please be sure to subscribe and let's get into it. If you are new here, my name is Heather. I'm a full-time reseller. I sell mostly women's clothing, shoes, and accessories, and I go by the Canary Closet on all of my social media platforms. You'll find all of that information down below. I'm gonna check Facebook Marketplace to see if I had any sales over there this week. I know that I accidentally had one where I had sold something, but I realized I forgot to delete it off of Facebook Marketplace. I sold it a while ago.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
On Poshmark, I think, so sadly I had to cancel the order, and Facebook Marketplace is kind of, I don't know if you'd say hardcore, but if you cancel too many sales, they will suspend you from selling for a certain amount of time, so I don't want that to happen, so hopefully I can just stay on top of that and not have any more cancellations. I had a couple of people actually locally that said they wanted to buy these, nope, they're not up there, I thought they were back here, but some Sorel boots. I've had 2 people now tell me they're gonna come do porch pickups. They haven't showed up. I don't know, do you guys do porch pickups or anything like that anymore? Normally I just tell people I want them to prepay Venmo or PayPal, that way I know they're serious, although it wasn't causing me any issues with them not coming, just more like an annoyance. But I don't know, from now on I might just tell people I just do prepay only. That way I know they're serious and hopefully we can just make the sale. Okay, so I did end up having 2 sales on Facebook Marketplace this week. One was a Michael Kors black quilted leather crossbody chain purse. I got this, I think, in a name brand handbag box. I was thinking about keeping it for myself because I'm trying to update my wardrobe, but I didn't really use it. What my issue was is the drop wasn't long enough quite for me for what I like. Maybe that's because I have a long torso because I'm 5'11". I don't know, but it sold for $32.80. I do have a 20% off sale going on right now on all of my Facebook Marketplace items. I'm just trying it. I don't know, I made 2 sales this week. Does that really count? Next was a Soft Surroundings blue embroidered v-neck. Actually, that was my only sale because I realized the other sale was the one that I had to cancel because it sold somewhere else. So, 1 sale on Facebook Marketplace, not the best. Obviously, if you guys have any luck with Facebook Marketplace, please let me know down below in the comments what you're doing and how you're having success because I really would like to. We're gonna go on to Mercari next. That is the platform where I have usually the least sales besides Facebook Marketplace. I consider eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari my 3 main platforms. So the first thing I sold were these pair of Gold Han Grand Ambition lace-up shoes. These were suede in a size 6.5. They did have some signs of wear and some markings from a thread-up shoe rescue box. They sold for $17. I do free shipping on eBay and Mercari mostly. I've heard that it can help you rank higher. I don't know if that's true, but I try it, and that's just how I do my business. Next was a Lucy black zip-up jacket. This came to me in a flip lot. It was something I didn't really want, but I was trying to get some higher price items in that lot. I priced it pretty low at $15, and it sold quickly. By the way, these are sales from December 23rd to December 30th. Do you hear Whiskers? Come here, Whiskers. She's rubbing herself around. Whiskers, don't leave. Oh, I think she's leaving. She, always is rubbing her face on the cardboard. Okay, December 23rd to December 30th. We're almost to the new year. That's insane. I can't believe it. It went by fast. Let's hope 2023 we can like get out of some of this crap that our country is doing. Right? Let's hope. Next, Mercari. Free People blue high-rise terry cloth shorts. These came to me in a swap box that I did with Matt. If you didn't watch that, I'll link it up here. You can also go to his channel and watch what I sent him. I really tried to give him a super good box, so I was super excited to do that. My next swap box I think is going to be with Keegan, the teen reseller, so I'm very excited to do another one with him. Those sold for $23 within a day, so super excited about that. I think they were the Free People movement line, which doesn't always do the best for me, but these ones did pretty good. Next was a Torrid red black plaid multicolor long sleeve button up top. This was in a plus size women's, I think 3X or 4X. For some reason, Torrid does pretty good for me on Mercari. I seem to make a lot of Torrid sales there. That sold very quickly as well for $26. And then the last thing I sold on Mercari was a very quick flip. It was a pair of Vans, but what was special about them is that they were a Disney collaboration. They were 101 Dalmatians. I'll be popping a picture up here, obviously, so you will see them. They were so cute. I wish they were Grace's size because I would have given them to her for Christmas. I got them at Plato's Closet, I think for $20, maybe $23. They sold very quickly on Mercari for $62. I was getting attention, of course, on all of the platforms. So any Vans collaborations, make sure you look them up because they could be worth paying up for. I think I possibly like doubled my money on this after fees and everything. But yeah, so that was an amazing sale. Speaking of Grace in her box, I've had a couple of people ask me, she loved all of her thrifted Lululemon items that I got her from all of the thrift stores in the thread up boxes and the swap boxes and everything. So that was amazing. If you have kids, like, don't be afraid to give them thrifted items for Christmas. My son got a few clothing pieces as well, and they didn't care. They didn't care at all. Of course, maybe because I'm a reseller, I don't know if other kids would, but I just told Grace, I'm like, listen, you just got like 10 to 15 Lululemon pieces, and retail, you know what those would have cost, like insane. So she's like loving it. Okay, next we're going to move on to Poshmark. My Poshmark sales have actually been pretty good. I hope they continue to do this over the next week. I am still consistently listing 15 to 20 items a day, which I am so like happy because usually I will get a day or two where I just don't do it. I know there was a couple of days where I had to just make myself get down here, take my pictures, and get those listings up. I have started to form a draft bank on eBay, so I am saving those up for if there's days where I literally can't, like I'm way too busy, maybe I'm sick or something like that. And then I probably would just use the Magic Cross-Lister service. That's something that I use on my computer to cross-list my items. It's free and it's pretty easy and quick. That way at least I don't have to create all the listings. I always create all my listings on eBay first and then I cross-list from there. I think that's really been helping my sales, especially on Poshmark and eBay, is that daily consistent listing. The first thing I sold on Poshmark this morning, I woke up to the sale. It was the brand Buff Money. This is like an athletic brand. This was a pink quilted moto jacket I found a little while back at a thrift store. It sold for $19. Next was a bundle of 2 American Eagle jeans. This buyer had actually started off, I think, with 4 or 5 pair of jeans, but she kept offering me lower than 50% of the total bundle cost. And most of these items weren't items that I've had for a really long time, so I didn't really want to let them go that cheap. So I would counter, she would take something out of her bundle, offer again, I would counter. We ended up settling on $25 for 2 pairs of American Eagle jeans. I was okay with that because American Eagle jeans aren't selling super great for me anymore, depending on the style. So I'm still getting them if they're like a looser style or a mom style that's distressed, maybe seems to do better. But I'm definitely not going to be paying the $7.99 that my Goodwill is now charging. So I figured I would just give her a good deal. It was the end of the night. I still wanted to hopefully make a little bit more money. So I went ahead and sold those. Next was a Bowden pink Amelia cardigan sweater. This was not really a current style. This came to me in a flip box of something that was kind of like one of those items I didn't really want. It sold for $11. Actually, I did have it priced over $20. I went back into the section where I told her what I could possibly sell this for, and like, I think it was like 12 or 11 was the highest, and I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna drop the price and see if I can get a quick sale because I want to get more of her items sold for her. And it did work, so I'm glad to get that moved. I had to get a drink. I've been using Mio in my water, so maybe I'll drink more water. I don't know. I'm not like a big water drinker. It's just boring. Next was a bundle of 2 items. One was a torrid gray sweater. This was in a plus size 1X. It had a black lace-up V-neck detail. And then I sold a pair of Vans gray low-top sneakers. These came to me from the bins, and they were actually pretty clean, but I went ahead and put them through the wash with OxyClean, which got them basically perfect looking. Those 2 things sold together for $28. Oh, Whiskers is back. She's closer. Hi, Whiskers. She's looking at my water, I think. Don't put your tongue on that, Whiskers. I'm still drinking out of that. Okay. Sorry, another pet interruption. Hunter gray garden stripe slip-on shoes. These were men's. I've had these for a really long time. I thought maybe they'd be good. I don't know, Hunter brand. They weren't. They sold for $12. I was glad to get them moving. Next was a Ralph Lauren plaid Western pearl snap top. I was actually getting a lot of attention on this, specifically this week. I have no clue why. It did sell for $21 in Poshmark, which is great because Actually, I was sending out like lower offers than that, trying to just get a sale or make things move. So I was glad to go ahead and sell that for $21. I sold these American Eagle Dark Wash Artist High Rise Flare Jeans for only $12. What I have been doing is accepting almost every offer because it is helping me make more money overall, which is amazing, of course, and that is my end goal. I really have started to try to change my mindset. Like, would I rather get $20 for them and wait 2 more months, or I'll just take this money now, double, triple my money, move on, because I find American Eagle all the time. Next was a boys Hannah Anderson jacket. I think I found this at the thrift store a little while back and I thought I would just try it. I don't find Hannah Anderson very much, but then again, I don't really look through kids items very much. It sold for $15, but I did have it for probably 6+ months, so I don't know if Hannah Anderson sells that well or that fast. My only other experience with it is recently I had a women's dress. That one, however, did sell quickly, so I don't know what does good with that brand. If you have any like advice with that, please leave it down below in the comments. Next was a pair of Naot sandals. I think that's how you say it, N-A-O-T. These were a pair of brown leather 2-strap slide sandals. I got these at the bins, and this is like a comfort brand. They usually sell, sorry, that's a text from my nephew. We are doing open gym volleyball later today. They usually sell pretty good for me. They sold for $22, so I was happy with that sale and glad to move them. Next was a pair of Old Navy Stevie pull-on like velvet brown pants. I bought these a few months ago thinking I would wear them. I never wore them once, and I was like starting to update my wardrobe, and I'm going through my drawers, and I was just like, nope, actually I don't want to wear these. So I did sell them for $12. I paid $3 for them, so I still made a profit, but I normally wouldn't pick up Old Navy at the thrift store. Next was the brand Etro. This is a good bolo brand to be on the lookout for. I possibly could have got more for this sweater, but this was where I was having like very little sales. So I did accept an offer of $40. It was a gray with like a black floral design cashmere pullover sweater. Very nice. I think I paid $8 to $9 for it. So, you know, another one of those things. I could have got more, but I took a quick offer. Next is a pair of Dansko sandals. These were the Tasha style, black leather. I pick up almost every Dansko that I see. They do really, really well for me. Not necessarily really high amounts, although sometimes they can, but I seem like I always sell them, and they typically sell pretty quickly. These sold for $20. They were in a size 8. Next was an NBA Golden State Warriors basketball jersey. I know nothing about this, but it came in a flip lot, so I just went ahead and listed it anyway. It sold for $17, so I'll take it. Another item from a flip lot was this Adidas gray beanie. This buyer actually asked me if I minded if she added a couple things to her box before she sent it to me, which was nice because that other buyer that I had added like 20 or 25 things to her box. I'm just like, no, that's not what I was signed up for. That sold really quickly for $9. I have another one. I didn't price them too high just because I knew they weren't worth very much. I sold this Kate Spade neon green leather clutch, wallet, wristlet, whatever you want to call it. This came in a ThredUp name brand handbag box. I just saw some available this morning, weirdly at like 6:30 a.m. But I didn't get any because I have 2 boxes over there waiting to be opened. Those videos come out Sunday in case you're interested in watching ThredUp mystery unboxings. That sold for $17. Next was a pair of Fin Comfort. This is another Bolo brand. Both times I have had these shoes recently, they have sold within days. This was a pair of Mary Jane leather comfort clogs, and it was in a women's size 12. So don't be afraid to pick up those bigger sizes. They sold very quickly for $40, so amazing sale. I love a quick flip. I sold this New With Tags Blue and Gray orange plush pullover sweater. I don't normally pick up blue and gray, but every once in a while with certain prints or patterns, materials, or New With Tags, I will pick it up. This sold for $22. I sold these vintage Lily Pulitzer green leather loafers. These came to me in a flip box and they sold for $21. Next was a pair of Clark's brown Wallaby suede moccasins. These came to me in a ThredUp shoe rescue box. Speaking of ThredUp, also, if you buy rescue boxes, I did see a banner on their page that they are going to be doing an end of the year sale. So possibly be looking maybe today or tomorrow, New Year's Eve, right? Tomorrow's New Year's Eve? Yeah. For a sale. Maybe they'll have things cheaper. I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Those sold for $18. Next was a pair of Birkenstocks. These were a pair of slides. They were just the rubber style with the one strap. I think they're called the Madrid style. I offered these to Grace. She didn't want them. My niece didn't want them. I had a viewer that possibly wanted them. I messaged her. She didn't reply. So I went ahead and listed them. They sold very quickly for $20. Those came to me in a ThredUp shoe rescue box. Next was a Coach Daisy convertible spectator leather beige bag. You're actually gonna see this bag in my video that's coming out on Sunday. Sorry for the spoiler alert, but I did film that video last week thinking that I might not put out my swap box video with Matt, but I did end up getting that out in time, so I have another Coach rescue box. My heat went off, if you could tell. I do have a Coach ThredUp rescue box video that's coming out Sunday. This was in there. It was a little bit worn. I didn't feel like cleaning it. I listed it and it sold super quickly for $35. Next was a pair of Nike leggings. These were the style called See a Swoosh. They had 2 Nike swooshes, one on the thigh, one on the other leg. They sold for $16. That was after this buyer messaged me, what's the lowest that you'll take? I was feeling kind of mean that day and I just didn't answer her, because actually really mean me would have been like, what's the highest you will pay? But I didn't do that. So I just kind of just like, let it go. And then she bought them for $16. So that's fine for a pair of Nike leggings. I sold this black North Face jacket from my husband. He was going through the closet up front. It had Cummins Central Power, which is his employer. And it was just too big for him. They just gave it to him before, so he didn't hardly ever wear it. So I sold that pretty quickly for $20. Next was the brand Cabby. This was a navy blue and white striped siesta poncho style sweater. This was in a size large and it sold for $17. I sold these Citizens of Humanity Rocket high-rise skinny pants. These were in a blue velvet. This was one of the very first flip flops that I got. I normally don't pick up this brand at the thrift store. Hardly ever. It just doesn't do that well for me. And they sold for $10, so I was glad to move them. I sold that Nike crew neck training sweatshirt. It had like the quilted diamond print. If you remember that for one of my most recent hauls, it sold very quickly for $15. I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting maybe 15 to 20. So I just went ahead and took that quick sale. Next was a Converse gray low knit sneakers. These were actually in my size and I wore them a couple times, but I didn't super love them. I kind of just want to get like a basic pair of like black ones. So I did sell them for $14. I possibly could have got more, but again, taking offers. I sold these Dolce & Gabbana heels. I've actually had these for a stupid long time, probably over a year. They were very outdated, not that cute in my opinion. Someone offered me $18 and I took it so quickly. I was tired of seeing them on my shoe rack. And that is it for my Poshmark sales, guys. So as you can see, if you've watched me the past few weeks, I feel like I am definitely getting more sales on Poshmark. So that's great. I am so thankful for that. Let's move on to my last platform, which is eBay. The first thing that sold on eBay was this pair of vintage Lower East Side red leather clogs. I think these were like from the 90s or possibly early 2000s. I have had them for quite a while, so I sent out an offer of $20 this morning and the buyer accepted and paid very quickly, so I went ahead and got those shipped out. Next is a pair of Lululemon black Wonder Under capris. These were in a size 4 and they sold for $40. Next was a vintage horse equestrian bomber jacket. I just thought the print on this was really cool, so I picked it up at the thrift store a little while back. It wasn't a size large, and that sold for $23.10. I sold these Clark's Jerrica 5.5 leather pumps. I still have a few pairs of new with tags or new unboxed Clark's that I got from a flip lot right over there. I might end up returning those to her because I don't think we have any more time left. We'll see. I'll have to check back. You do get 90 days to sell the items for them. They sold for $23. It was a super small size. I was just glad to be moving some of those last few pairs. Next was the brand COS, C-O-S. I don't know, is that how you say it? I only sold this white shirt for $12. I think this brand can do better, but this was an item that someone sent me in a flip lot, and they did not disclose that it had severe armpit stains, which is very frustrating. So I'm really being, I feel like, a little bit more careful on who I'm working with on Flip. I don't know if you can look at their ratings. I guess I would have to look. But yeah, I had to tell her, you know, like she did that with a couple of items. Some of them I just marked as damaged and I'm just not even going to sell them. So I did sell this for a few dollars, I guess, by the time you take out shipping. Not that great. This is a J. Crew 100% cashmere pullover gray sweater. It was flecked with a different like little colors. Super cute, sold for $20. Another J. Crew item. This was a plaid schoolboy blazer, and I just sold this in a size 6 a little while back for pretty good money. This one sold yesterday for $45, so That's amazing. Make sure you look for those schoolboy blazers when you are out at the thrift store. I sold this torrid black textured blouse. This was in a 3X. It sold very quickly for $18.53. Next is a pair of Beyond Yoga leggings. These were pink, high rise, super, super soft. They sold for $31, so that's great because I haven't actually been doing that great with Beyond Yoga lately. Next was a pair of Keen boots. These were men's. These were from the bins. I listed them. They sold the very next morning for $40. They were pretty beat up and worn, but apparently that doesn't matter with these kind of boots. I sold these AG Adriana Goldschmied Jody crop jeans for only $15. I've had these for probably 6 to 9 months. They were pink. I don't know, maybe they just weren't a desirable style. Glad to just get those out of my store. Next was a torrid super soft knit yellow ombre cardigan. I just sold this recently for around the same price, $15. It wasn't really like a cardigan sweater. It was more like a stretch jersey kind of top, but it did sell really fast, so I was glad for that sale. I sold this Spiritual Gangster purple tank top. This came to me in a flip lot. It was one of the just items I didn't really want. It was pretty worn with some pilling. Sold it for $10. Next was another item from a flip lot, Fabletics black long sleeve top. This was in a size large or extra large, I think. It didn't have the pull tag, of course, like always. It sold for $15. Next was a Kate Spade purple fabric tote. It had a big bow in the front. This came to me in a ThredUp name brand handbag box. It sold for $27. I sold these Spanx faux leather leggings. The Spanx faux leather leggings are definitely a bolo. I did end up wearing these on Christmas Eve. I kind of liked them, but they were like the shimmery ones. So they were like not really exactly the faux leather leggings I was trying to look for, because with my new wardrobe, here comes Isabel. Do you want to see yet another pet? Isabel, she's all white. We have 3 pets. I'm actually a dog person, but the cats are okay. Anyway, that's one of the staples, like in this new wardrobe that I'm looking for. A lot of people on Pinterest have outfits with them. So I found some from like Target or something, and I put them on. I was like, oh my gosh. First of all, it sounded like I was walking around like a trash bag. So, no. I'm hoping to find someone at the thrift store of Spanx that I like. These ones were just like a little too shimmery. Anyway, they sold for $55. Amazing sale. Judy Blue white mid-rise straight jeans. These came from my swap box with Matt. They were an older tag, but I still sold them very quickly for $20. Next is a pair of Keen brown leather shoes. These were women's sandals. They were kind of beat up. I still sold them for $20. This Catherine Malandrino pink skirt came to me in a flip lot along with some other skirts. The other ones were from the brand Philosophy, which I haven't sold yet. This one I did end up selling for $19.90, so I'll take it. Next was a men's Nike Gray Elite short sleeve t-shirt. This sold within a day, weirdly enough, for $16.70. It came in a flip lot with some other men's items. I sold this Lululemon Pink Blossom Align tank top. I have never sold this style before, but it was getting a lot of attention. It wasn't a size 10, and it sold for $34. Next was a Beyond Yoga pink pullover tank top. This came in a flip lot, was kind of pilled, sold for $12.70. I sold these J. Renee Ashland brown faux fur boots, heels, kind of ugly, came in a ThredUp shoe rescue box. They sold for $17. Next was a Soft Surroundings blue embroidered top. This was a plus size top in a size 1X, which does better for me with the brand Soft Surroundings. It sold for $28.70. Next was possibly one of my best sales. It was the brand Etro. So I know I talked about that in my Poshmark sale. So here it is again in my eBay sales. This was a floral jacket made in Italy. Very nice. Sold for $80.70. So definitely be on the lookout for Etro. Next was an Athleta gray trophy long sleeve fitted top. This sold for $14. Actually, wait, this was my best sale. Vintage Dale of Norway pullover sweater. This I got at a Goodwill. I found 2 of them. One of them I sent to Matt in his swap box. Mine sold for $100 on eBay within a few days. I was getting lots of interest in this. A few lower ball offers. I was really trying to get to at least $100. So super glad I did. I got this for $4 at Goodwill. So that was an amazing flip. Next is a Bowden wool alpaca pullover sweater. I got this sold very quickly before I could even put it away in my inventory, and it sold for $31. I sold these Not Your Daughter's Jeans Maryland Straight. These were like a dark wash in a size 14, and they sold for $26. Next was the brand Cabby. This was a Pacific linen blend pullover top. This sold for $24. Nope, $22. I sold this Gold Gym Venice Beach t-shirt. I don't think this was anything actually special. I just really liked the graphic on it. It kind of reminded me of like 90s. So I did pick it up. It was cheap and I sold it for $16. Next were a pair of Justin boots. These were a gray leather men's boot. I picked these up at the bins and they sold within a day for $70. So that's amazing. I think some people end up throwing the boots back at the bins, maybe because of the weight. But I'm like, I'll still take them. At our bins in Omaha, it is only $1.27 per pound. So I feel like that's pretty cheap. So glad I got those. And that's it, guys. That is it for my eBay sales. That's it for all of my sales this week. So thank you so much for watching. And if you made it to the end, give this video a thumbs up on your way out. And I will see you Sunday with a ThreadUp mystery unboxing video. Guess what? It's going to be Coach. I'll see you soon. Bye.